Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Today I'm going to teach you how you can make 48 liters of all-purpose liquid soap. I'm going to teach you how you can make 48 liters of liquid soap, all-purpose liquid soap. I'll be dissolving my salt over here. This is 75 grams of salt I'm dissolving in the water. So since I'm making 48 liters of liquid soap, I have already measured 48 liters of water down. Yes, that's how I do it. And I also fetch the same water to dissolve all the ingredients that needed to be dissolved. So this is how I do it. And also, after dissolving my salt, this is my nitro salt, the thickener. I will dissolve it also and also set it aside. This nitro salt is 500 grams. The nitro salt is also 500 grams. I'll be mentioning the measurement, but at the same time I will still I'll write it on the screen. Whilst you continue watching, you will get there. Yes, so this is 500 grams of thickener liquid dissolving in the water gradually. If you are dissolving your thickener liquid, you have to be very careful. If you fetch the water that you are using to dissolve it, if you see that it's getting thicker, you should hurry up and add more water. If it's getting thicker and the nitro salt is still there undissolved, just add more water so that it will dissolve. It will be able to have enough space and dissolve. And also, this is the process I'm using. As you can see, it is not directly thickening up, but as the process goes on, you will see that it will become very thick. So I've dissolved it gradually. If you pour everything inside, before you know, there will be a lot of lumps. And if your nitro salt form lumps, you cannot get rid of it. So after dissolving my nitro salt, this is my STPP. That's just like 10 grams of STPP that I'm dissolving in the nitro salt water, nitro salt solution. That's my STPP that I'll be using. So if you look closely, you will notice that after adding the STPP, it started thickening up very fast. And if you are not careful, or if you are not smart, you will get a lot of lumps. So that's it. After dissolving the STPP, it started thickening up speedily. So this is it. I'll set it aside. I will set this aside. So this is my soda ash I'll be dissolving. My soda ash light. Soda ash, we have soda ash light and soda ash dense. The only difference is one of them dissolves quickly or easily in water than the other one. The light one dissolves easily, but the dense, that one, it will form a lot of particles down unless you leave it for a while before it will be able to dissolve off completely. So I'll dissolve the soda ash too and set aside. And this soda ash is also 500 grams. 500 grams. I bought most of the items half kg. That's 500 grams. So I'll dissolve it also and put it aside. Then we'll continue from there. Soda ash is a cleaning agent. It removes things from surfaces. It will remove things from your clothes, from your dishes. That's why we are adding it to the all-purpose liquid soap. So over here too, we will dissolve our foaming booster. This is our SLS. I'm using the SLS powder itself. That's 500 grams. I'm pouring in 500 grams. I'm pouring in. But I also have 200 grams of that same SLS, the rice foam. That's it. This foam looks like rice. So I'm mixing all together. Then I will dissolve them in water. It is the one that's going to give that foaming, the foaming you have been looking for when you buy your soaps or your liquid soap. Is the one that gives it. So I'm using enough of it, a lot, because I want the liquid soap to be very, very foamy. If you fetch a little bit, then you are good to go. It removes dirt also. So that's the work of SLS, sodium laureth sulfate. So we'll also dissolve it and set it aside. If you want your soap, your liquid soap, whatever, to foam very well, make sure you use an extra SLS or foaming booster. So over here, this is my Texapon. It is also called SLES. It is also one type of the foaming agents. The one I'm pouring in there is 500 grams. Yes, 500 grams. It is also a foaming booster. It is also works like it's also the same as the SLS, but this one is SLES, sodium laureth sulfate. That's this one too, but it is also foaming agent. You normally call it base whenever you are going to buy it. So over here I'm mixing it with the salts that I've already dissolved earlier. This is a salt solution I'm using to dissolve the Texapon. So this is my salt solution. I'm using it to dissolve it gradually. I'll use all the salt solution to dissolve it and also set it aside. So adding it is, and the salt also forms as a thickener. That's why we've dissolved it and we are adding it. The salt is also a thickener, and the Texapon is also a thickener, and it's also a foaming agent. That's why we are doing it. So adding the Texapon is just like adding an extra foaming and cleaning agent to your liquid soap. That is why we are doing it. So we'll just mix it properly and set it aside. Texapon is just a liquid form of the SLS. Yes, they are all the same thing. They are all the same thing. So over here, this is our nitrosol mixed. This is our nitrosol, and I'm pouring in the soda ash solution that we have previously dissolved. So after adding the soda ash, then we'll add the rest of the ingredients also, step by step. And over here we are adding the Texapon mix our salt to the base gradually. The Texapon we've mixed previously, so that's it. Then you stir it. The stirring is one of the hardest parts. So you have to be steady and stir it very well. If you stir it well, you won't get lumps or bumps. So this one is the SLS we've dissolved. The SLS powder that we have dissolved. And this is a lye solution. I normally make my lye solution down, so anytime I want to use it, I just fetch it to use. So this is my lye solution. After adding the lye solution, it's going to make the process, it's going to make the whole thing more thicker than the way it is before, to make it more thicker. So when you get to that length, if the thickness is too much for you, just feel free and add your water. But the stirring there, you have to stir it very well. It makes it more thicker. You can't even stand on there. So here is the color I'll be using. The appearance is very important. I'm using lemon green color. It's a beautiful color. So our perfume will be the last thing to add. Yes. So this is the color I'm using. It's a very beautiful color. The color, if you are not careful, don't use too much, just a pinch. You are not going to get any measurement for the color. You just have to use the amount you think is okay by yourself. You see how thick the liquid soap is? It's very thick, so I'll be adding more water to loosen it up. So this is a perfume. I have mixed some perfume here, and this is lemon perfume. All the type of lemon, they have garden lemon, they have other type of lemon, so you can mix them. If you mix them, it will be very high. So the perfume will always be inside. Even if you use this to do laundry, the perfume is there. The fragrance is there. So, and I'm adding a little bit of glycerin just for moisturizing purposes. If you use the liquid soap to wash your hand, it will not be dry off. The glycerin will give you some little moisturizer. That's why we are adding it. So talam, after making it, we cover it up the next day, and this is what we got. It's very thick. It's very thick, and I like it this way. It is fine like this, as you all can see. So very thick.